Rubo. I am 28 years old. I am an elementary education teacher. Tattoos have been a big part of my life ever since I was, a kid. Just always seeing them around and always, seeing them and wanting them as a child. Both my parents have tattoos, not to the degree that I now have them, but it's something that I've always seen and I'd always been curious about, and I've just always wanted them. So the meaning of my tattoos, I have a lot of different types of tattoos, obviously. Some are more about the people that have helped me with my life and helped me get through a lot of hard times. Other ones are kind of memorial pieces, or telling stories about certain times in my life. Other ones I look upon, and it's not so much the tattoo itself, it's looking back at that memory of getting that tattoo. And so they kind of have many different meanings to me, and all of them kind of come together to define me as a person and who I truly am, and not the person that people just see walking down the street. Tattoos have changed my life in both positive and negative ways. On a more positive note, I will say that I definitely get a lot more attention from people. I'll just be walking through the store, and I'll be constantly stopped by people asking to see them and who did them and what do they mean. And it's kind of nice getting, seeing that people are interested in them the same way that I was growing up. And but then there are negative aspects to it. There are the people talking, the dirty looks, the occasional pull your child a little bit closer to you to get them away from the tattoo guy. And it really is it is what it is. And that's really the only negative part about having them. I have an Associates of Arts degree from Triton College, and then I transferred to Northeastern Illinois University, where I got my bachelor's degree in elementary education with a minor in psychology. And then after teaching for about 2 years, I went back to graduate school at Concordia University, and that is where I got my master's degree in curriculum and instruction. So the thing that made me want to become a teacher was actually my grandmother. She was a big influence on my life, and she was the one that used to comment all the time how good I was with kids, and my mom and dad as well. I was always willing to play with the little kids and kind of keep them entertained, and I never had any fear about that. And I think also I'm kind of a big kid at heart, and I think that kind of helps with me being able to connect with my students. So when I became a teacher, that was never a stopping period for me. I always knew I was going to get more tattoos, no matter what profession I was in, and it was something that I just knew was going to happen. As we go through life, there's going to be new memories, there's going to be new influences in that, and I want to have ways to permanently have them, and so I could always kind of look back at those times. My students, for the most part, it's always been a positive thing with my tattoos. I even the little kids that I don't teach, I teach 6th grade, and we're a K-8 building. I always get the tattoo teacher, or the kids asking if they're real and things like that. Fellow teachers, I feel that I've never really had any issues with them with regards to my tattoos. I have had some ask me about them, and the usual questions, don't you think you're going to regret those when you get older, and things like that. But it's never been a negative response to them. When I'm not teaching, because obviously I have a personal life outside of it, I like to do a lot of different things. Photography is one thing that's a big part of my life. I'm a semi-professional photographer. I've done things like photo shoots, I've done weddings, portrait work, things like that. I've drawn all throughout my life, but it's never been a huge aspect of my life, and that's something I'm getting more into. I plan on eventually getting into the tattoo art as well, with doing tattoos, just because I'd really like to learn the process and look at it as a new art form, for a way for me to kind of get my thoughts out on the paper. So obviously I've had situations where I've been at places and walked past people and then heard them specifically talking about me and my tattoos, and I really don't say anything to them. You know, if they want to waste a portion of their day by, you know, complaining about something I've done to myself, then I say let them do it. It's their decision. They have the right to feel however they want, and if they want to, you know, would rather take the time stereotyping me based on how I look rather than spending that time to get to actually know me, then that's just a loss to them.